Technical problems here. Good evening. I don't even know if I have another chat. Could have people in another chat tonight, so I'm not really sure. Let me. I don't know. It's been a long, long day. See if I get people. I probably got two lives going at the same time. Let me see. All right, and there we are. There's Shimei. How you doing, Shimei? Good to see you. Sorry, I had a little fumble dumble with the stream tonight. Let me adjust a few things here to get going. Charlotte, how you doing, beautiful? Good to see you tonight from the mean streets of Reno, Nevada. How you doing, Keith and Camp Goer? Hey, Joni, how you doing? Good evening to you on a nice 78-degree Chamber of Commerce day. Trip has been epic. Thank you, McDave. Thank you, Melissa. Good to see you. Hi, Princess. Good to see you. Yeah, it has been an epic trip. It really has, guys. And make sure you're on live chat here. Stay off of that top chat. Rosie surprised us at the mitzvah. Yes, I did. Well, due to the kindness of a subscriber, contacted me last night and said, "I've got you a reservation all set yesterday afternoon at the mitzvah." So I didn't want to let the cat out of the bag on that, but guys, I am ragged out. I am rode hard and put away wet. I think I've done something like 1,600 miles. Go to Allen County Treasury. Back to, yeah, sorry to hear that, Miguel. Did you rest well? No, I didn't rest well at all. Oh, people got 9/11 going and got a heart attack. Sorry to hear that. That's the thing. That hotel with all the creepiness last night, you guys might have thought I was bullshitting last night with the video this morning. But I literally sat up till around 4:30 this morning. How you doing, Amelia? Good to see you. Hey, Ward S, how are you? I literally was like this till 4:30 in the morning in that hotel. It was unbelievable. Silver Diamond, how are you? Hello, Doris, how are you? So then at I think about 6:30. Somebody came around and knocked on the doors. Coffee time, and they put coffee out on each floor at the hotel. So it's been, it's just been. I was waiting to get snatched away by ghosts last night. So I have like zero energy tonight, but I wanted to go live. How you doing, Double D? Good to see you. I wanted to go live and catch up with you guys. I had some sushi tonight. That was nice. And I treated myself a rare treat to an ice cream cone at Baskin Robbins, a rare thing for me. You love that stuff? I hate that stuff. I don't know if I hate haunted stuff or I love it so much I hate it. I'm not sure which it is. Enjoyed the hotel vid, creepy. I missed it last night, gonna watch it tonight. Um, I don't even know how to describe. I mean, it seems like I've been on the road forever, starting out seeing Terror for 2 nights and then rolling on to Palm Springs and then from Palm Springs to Slab City and Slab City to Vegas. And unfortunately, the death of Mr. Z's wife kind of put a damper on things. And thumbs up are appreciated if you're coming in, guys. And then from Vegas to Goldfield to Tonopah to Reno. I mean, stretch it all out with all the extra driving, probably something on the order of probably at least 1,500 miles in a very short period of time. Can't wait to watch the hotel. Missed that one, yeah. Well, thank you, Miranda. I appreciate that. Yeah, and if people would just hit the thumbs up when they come in. How you doing, Jan? Got to catch up on some of your videos. Hey, Nomadic, how are you? When are you coming to Florida? Thank you. I appreciate that, Michelle. I appreciate that. Hey, Ronnie, how are you? Nice invite from somebody I've met here on YouTube. Babu here. You're going to be looking forward. I'm looking forward to getting to the Rancho. I'm going to stop at the Boss and Janet's on the way back. I picked up something for the boss. How you doing, Jen? How are you now? I did not get in a, good to see you, Jendon. I did not get into a car wreck today. A van wreck, 95 from Vegas to Reno. I guess it's something on another 550 miles. And I don't know. I always think of Vegas Vixen when she was doing her Uber, she had a guy that paid her to drive him from Vegas to Reno. And she didn't even stop for the night. She just turned around and drove all the way back. She did like, I don't know, something insane, like 1,100 miles straight through on just craziness, you know. And I just think, wow, because it's two lane a lot of the way. It's a pretty nice road though, but you have to stop at some points. They stop all traffic for up to a half hour one way. They're doing a lot of road work, and then they let it come through. So I did not get into a any kind of accident. I did almost get T-boned in, I guess it was Palm Springs. Some guy, no, I think it was in, where in the hell it was? Probably Vegas. Yeah, it was downtown. I was picking up something for Mr. Z. How you doing, Scottish? I was picking up because I know Mr. Z didn't eat on Sunday. So I stopped there to pick at the Jack in the Box, or car, yeah, Jack in the Box, and I'm pulling out and on the street, and some guy runs a stop sign. Thank God he missed me by about 2 inches. But other than that, how you doing, Jay? Other than that, pretty much with that incident, I've been on some of the worst roads in America around Slab City, and that I would have to say the worst drive of all was that drive from Palm Springs to Las Vegas. That was just horrendous. And I would recommend people just stick to the interstate because that road was in terrible shape, and it was spooky. No, no cell signal, no nothing. And I thought I was gonna destroy my van because my van. How you doing, Melanie? This van is done great, but it's not designed for interstate travel. It's designed for tradesmen, plumbers, electricians, people like that to go about town and one or two man show to do their job. It's not really designed for highway. It's very susceptible to high winds, and you've heard my Goldfield video, just continuous high winds up there on the 6,000 feet. It gets pretty brutal. It gets pretty brutal. But the van did good, but you really do get blown around a lot. So I did not have any kind of accident at all. I don't know how that got started. I think when I was talking to Chris, we might have, I was very signal challenged around Walker Lake, around that area, coming up into Fallon, into that area, Nevada. I just finished you. Hello, Rosie Denio. Yeah, there we go. How you doing, Teresa? Good to see you, sweetie. Let me just blanket thank all the people that were kind enough to grease the skids on this epic journey that I've been on. I've always been a lover of I don't like Western movies, but I love the West. I love the history. I love the dustiness of it. I like the winds blowing. I like the multitude of decrepit old buildings, just blown out towns well past their prime. It's some of the most cinematic and some of the most beautiful stuff that you can commit to video, and for that reason I really loved it. Not too far from home. It's relative, Goldie, and thank you. So for those of you on the PayPal, thank you very much. Hey, Cindy, how you doing, beautiful? I'm imagining this next couple days I'll be able to get the AdSense straightened out and get remonetized. But I did want to thank the many of you, hey Thomas, hey Jody, who have reached out and made a lot of this trip possible. I didn't expect to be staying at the Mitzpah, but I had a message yesterday afternoon, like it or not, you got a reservation, it's paid for at the Mitzpah. I want you to spend a night at this haunted, and I'm like, I really don't want to, I really Really not my thing. Haunted places, but this person would have been ultra disappointed if I had turned that down, and they would have had to go through the hassles of a refund and all that. So I did it. That was a kind gesture, and the coffees that people bought, the meals along the way, the gasoline, it was wonderful. And I like to think I responded in kind with some of the best content that I've brought over the 7+ years that I've been on YouTube, and I'm going to get it all organized into playlists and things like that. But I really think I really feel like I'm starting to hit stride with combining history and education with cinematography. It's kind of striking a balance between the two, because these Western towns are so fascinating because they're so linked together with people like Virgil and Wyatt Earp and Jack Dempsey, the famous fighter, and stuff like that. You look so cute in that show. I was saying now, I don't wake up, I don't go to sleep with lipstick on. I just I figured I'm going to get a shower, I'm going to change up, and I'm going to do something funny in the morning, because I've never been in that kind of bed before, right? One of these metal frames. There's just something about the West that brings out the best in creators. You know what it is? And hello to you, Janice. Good to see you, and hope you and Bruce are well. Janice still continuing to put up content from her epic trip in 2013. What it is in the West is, from a cinematic point of view. How you doing, Will B? Oh, Charlie, you're so sweet. From a cinematic point of view, you have something that's called depth. You can go to a graveyard like in Tonopah, and the Tonopah one is kind of depressed down about 6 feet in the ground, so you get no landscape perspective with that. So it's very difficult to do a decent video in there. But if you put that same graveyard in Goldfield and it's on the level plains, and you have those beautiful mountains behind it, and the town in the background, in other words, you have a lot of depth in those scenes. And I think that's what the West has. You have a lot of depth, and you can pile one thing on top of another, and it works really well. How you doing, Barbara Ray? Nice to see you. So definitely one of the highlights of the trip was, thank you, McDave. Definitely one of the highlights of the trip was meeting Charla and her beautiful sisters. And thank you, Charlie, bestowed upon me a gift card. I really appreciated that. I did not see that coming. The Chinese say I felt kung so empty-handed in seeing you, but I was so determined to get down there on May 1st and be able. Hey, Jiro, I was so determined to get down there on May 1st and see you. Got the second. Okay, good. Okay, good. So that worked out great. Meeting Kaz in Slab City was fantastic, and being able to put that great series together. And you would think that I was there a week, but I was there a grand total of about 8 hours, and I was able to bring all that content from the day with Kaz, cooking with Kaz, and the interview with Kaz, and going over to Rabbit Side and showing their amazing compound there. So it all worked out pretty good. Yeah, the hugs. Yeah, we had a good time down there, Charlotte. It's always the best. People always say, "What's the best part of YouTube?" Yeah, money's good when you have money, but money can blind you to creativity. It can blind you to storytelling. Sometimes I've always feared that money comes so easy. How you doing, Jennifer? Good to see you. I've always feared that money comes so easy sometimes, especially when you're in a position with a decent sized channel, that you got to be damn careful. You got to be damn careful that you don't lose your roots. chasing down the false idol of money. So it's always good to be a little hungry out there, because it pushes the creative juices. I'm going to go home tomorrow. I'm going to boondock tonight here. It's a beautiful night in Reno. I think I'm going to sleep like a baby out here. I'm going to go to the mayor's house and park right in front of his house tonight. You know, and then I'm going to stop on the way to the boss home. I'm going to stop and see the boss and Janet, kind of get caught up with them. What's up, Alan Gold? And then heading. I wish I had a big hug like you. Wasn't that sweet? Yeah, Sharon. I'm giving out hugs. Charlotte makes it easier, and I so enjoyed her and her sisters and Slab and Cos in Slab City and High Watch. And imagine I go to see this person in Palm Springs, and they're putting on the dog for me, cooking dinner and giving me ideas on, the real, Elvis's the real house with the jungle room and all that stuff. So, well, thank you, Robert. I appreciate that. Good to see you, Deborah. How you doing? Well, thank you, Guitar Strings. I appreciate that. Yeah, there's a lot to catch. I put up a lot of content all the time. Um, but travel videos get a lot of play, especially coming out of a pandemic. And a lot of people want to hit the road. I can attest to that. A lot of people want to hit the road. That restaurant at the me.I Hotel was slammed last night with one waitress for about 40 people. It was, it was just outrageous. There's a lot of people on the road now. Now, gasoline continues to go up. I'm sure it's going to be well over $4 at home. I think I paid $3.43 here today. Let's see. I feel like I'm missing something. Yeah, appreciate it. Quirky Girl's fine. She's getting ready for her colonoscopy. I say she's fine, but she's having a colonoscopy tomorrow. The witching hour, 3:15. I didn't sleep at all till 4:45, and then I got up at 6:30 today. I never heard just floorboards just creak by themselves all night, and looking at that weird ass picture, that 1890s couple outside, you know, creeping around. There's not a damn person in the hotel lobby. I'm going to have a separate video on the mitzvah. I've done a lot of interior video of that because it is cool, but that really cost me a night's sleep. So I don't have any energy for chooching. Plus, we've done Reno so many times. There's not much. Hey, Monkey Boy, how you doing? Monkey Boy, I'm sorry I hadn't got back to your message just relayed, and I had like shit signal all through the, coming up 95 and stuff. So apologies, I got something. I want to try to make it in a couple of weeks. Mr. Z's planning a memorial service down in Vegas. I would like to try to hit that, work permitting and all that. So for the next fake ghost town or obit, a machine gun of absurdity. How you doing, Mark? Mark Terry, how you doing? Yeah, I'm a machine gun of absurdity, but this machine gun keeps firing away, doing my own thing. Yeah, so it was quite a shock about Mr. Z, and we will get Mr. Z through this. He's already made a comment on one of my videos today. You can't believe how many friends. Mr. Z's wife passed away suddenly early on Saturday morning. I don't know all the whys and wherefores. I never probe for information. When it's given, I take it, but otherwise, it was quite a shock. So, hey, Dreamcatcher, she'd been friendly with me and Jen for years, and an excellent friend to Uber Goober. I know I've spent time on the phone with Uber Goober and Mr. Z. So, yeah, it was very tough. It was. You wake up on that Saturday and you see that text. I don't know how to tell you, but, my wife passed away, and it's just like, oh my God, your whole world turns upside down. Your whole world just turns upside down. thumbs up or appreciate it if you're coming in. We never have memberships here or Patreons or GoFundMe's. Not that I have anything against them, but we got a flat channel. The only membership here is just a thumbs up. So yeah, she was wonderful. Every basket that you ever saw that I showed over the years, every arrangement of candy arrangement or flowers or the gift basket at Christmas time, uh, was all of her doing. And she had some health issues, and she couldn't really chooch and stuff like that, right? But I did make a point to go see her once, and uh, thank God she threw Mr. Z out there, and he's been in the breach ever since, and it's been great. I mean, we've become excellent friends with also with Monkey Boy, the Three Musketeers in Vegas. So, well, thank you, Manuel. Thank you. What a sweet thing to say. They lift us up where we belong, where the eagles fly into the mountainside. I'm lifting people up. I'm lifting people up by the day. But that was definitely a shocker. But it was very touching to spend that Sunday evening, a little bit of Sunday evening with Mr. Z, and um, recount the loss of my father at the end of last year, and to just shed a mutual tear with him was. Uh, I think it was good for the soul. It really is. Yeah, Alan. Alan just needs love so bad. Uh, People doing 90 miles, 90 miles on this an hour on the street here. The streets look meaner than ever. I mean, I'm rolling down South Virginia today. There are, I don't know what to call them. I don't like the word bums. Uh, just I guess I'll call it down and outers. We're just hanging on everything that you could hang on, every seat that you could occupy, everything. So, uh, so I don't really feel like we're missing anything by not being out on foot. So I'm going to make sure I pick a good boondocking spot tonight. There are some more. There are more videos to roll for the trip. I got one tomorrow that was a fortunate accident occurred to me in Goldfield, and I took advantage of it. Okay, now some people may take issue with it or whatever, but I think it's going to be a pretty cool video, and it's something I wasn't expecting to do. It's something that I had to contemplate for a couple minutes. Do I have the guts to do this thing, or don't have the guts to do it? And at the end of it, I did it. I captured on video, and I think it's another cool video that you will enjoy. Yeah, Camp Goer, love the Slab City. I wish I was there more. Gero, it's a place that I want to go to. Um, I can't say I want to go in the heat of July and August, June, July, and August and September. There's no point to it. Uh, you want to fry your huevos down there. Be my guest, okay? But to go down there and experience more of the sense of community, because the beautiful thing about Slab City, and there aren't a lot of beautiful things about it, uh, but it's the people, because nobody acts like they're anything special in Slab City. Okay, it doesn't matter who you are. Uh, acceptance is a given, and then it's yours to lose. Okay, to be a screw up, and I like that. And it's all an economy built on trading back and forth. Hey, I got this, and these guys were leaving camp, and they offered me this. I'll trade this for you, and I kind of like that. Yeah, I think when Camo Dave comes out, yeah, because I'm going to be on the East Coast, and probably seeing Dave around late October, something like that. I'm thinking I'm going to be rolling into uh, Carolina. I got some family people I need to visit up country there in Asheville and around there, and dropping into Maggie Valley. Uh, I wanted, well, there's a couple things I need to do up there to touch into my roots and things. Let's see. And then can't go. Just hearing the despair. Yeah. The despair of that hike. Yep. I guess Monkey Boy's gonna make me a ranger yet, or he or I are gonna die trying to do that. But I think I shocked him how fast I got over that, how fast I got over that fence. It was quite a night and a good stream. Our hearts were a little heavy that night, though. I mean, uh, with the stuff coming down with Mr. Z and all that. Well, that waterfall was amazing. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm not fond of bullfrogs. If you saw me at Coz's when he took me into that duck and chicken pen, I don't know. I'm not prone to anxiety, but I felt I had like a anxiety attack coming on because first thing I step in, here comes a chicken full on bore for me. I thought this thing is going to immediately go into attack mode. So, yeah, that knife. He had like what do you think that is, Shimei? Like a machete, something like that? He had a machete. Yeah, I know, Alan. This is your platform here. That's why they. That's why they call you gold. I don't like any kind of wild animal, ducks, geese, petting zoos, goats, um, things like that. You guys got to remember, I was raised in the city. We'd go to the zoo once every 5 years, and that was it, right? So, how you doing, John Jacobs? Good to see you. Coz's chicken pen was. I think he even heard me ask Coz, is that chicken going into attack mode? Right there. How you doing? How you doing, Jeff? Uh, Disappointments on the trip. I was going to meet Nature Woman, Kentucky. We just missed by one day. She's a great watcher here of my videos, and we texted each other. And we really tried to make that happen, but we weren't able to pull that off. That was kind of disappointing to me because I like to meet a lot of people. I like to meet as many people as possible. And I'm quite sure on the boat that I've met probably double or triple the number of people that anyone else has ever met on this platform. And that's been my greatest joy, is to be able to go to a town, pick up the phone, or hey, I'm coming in, and have people there. I don't care if it's LA with Kev TV, with Tito down there, or it's Tara in San Diego, Mr. Z and Monkey Boy in Vegas, High Watch in Palm Springs. You just can tick it off. And it is so cool. Yeah, okay, take care, Deborah. Thanks for coming in. The other disappointment was the town of Tonopah. Trying to get a handle on that town for videography is extremely difficult. There's no sense of zoning there, so you're trying to frame up these nice shots of the historic 1907 Mitzpah Hotel, and here's a freaking A&W root beer light up sign right in front of it, and it may, hey Charles, yeah, I met Charles Richardson too. Yep, totally slipped my mind. Yes, I met Charles too, but you couldn't get the right angle on things. You know, you try to get this angle on the streets, and here's all these cones for the sidewalk, orange cones, and uh, they just, they, sorry, cream in my coffee. Plus, I had ice cream tonight, double trouble. Uh, you know, I hate to see orange cones and things in videos, yellow tape, and all that. Nothing like that. Cup of coffee. So I'll cobble something together out of there. I got enough scenes to do something. I will do something nice on the me.I hotel on the inside. That'll be a nice little feature. I have this thing tomorrow. I don't want to let the cat out of the bag. I think that's going to come out about 4 a.m. on the West Coast. So that'll be 6 or 7 in the morning on the East Coast. Uh, I pushed the envelope a little bit, and I think it paid off. And something I never expected in Goldfield, and I took advantage of it. So that's coming. It was driving up from Tonopah today, and there was this abandoned schoolhouse in a place called Shure, Shur, Shure, Nevada. It was pretty wild. I'm going to put that up on the on the Murphy channel. So, well, there's the quirky girl. It was today done good. Okay, quirky, we love you. Hope everything went well for you. So, yeah, Tonopah was kind of a disappointment. Plus, the town was off. The people were off. Uh, I don't know how to say this. I don't want to make anybody mad, but I don't know because if it's because of the pioneering roots or what it is. But people in Nevada are, I don't want to say rude, but they can be very brusque. Okay, they can be very um, not friendly. Not meaning that they're mean. It's just that you can say hi to 10 people, and maybe maybe one will reply to you. It's not something that I'm really used to, but these are people that live a very hard scrabble life. They're out on dusty ranges and trying to be cattle ranchers and just whatever mining is there, and it just breeds a different kind of person. They're kind of all business, and there's no gab to them at all, and I found that very difficult to navigate in Tonopah. I thought that was a little unusual. So I guess I have about 3 more videos coming, and that's going to wrap that up. I need to throw myself into my work this week, get a little ahead on that. I'm seriously considering the next journey down the Pacific Coast Highway. I have been on that horrendous upper part up to Fort Bragg. That was a lot of fun. But now I'm thinking about going south down the Pacific Coast Highway. That'll be Pacifica down to Carmel, Half Moon Bay, Monterey Bay down there, Pismo, San Luis Obispo, the whole thing. Yeah, I think that would probably be the next content leg, and I think that'll be a lot of fun. Let's see. I think that would be good. Yeah, best of both live. I want to see those areas actually. I think it'll be a lot. I think it'll be fun. Did Alan get put in the Miss Sally's romper room? Timeout. Tom, look, it is strange how towns change. Maybella, it can't be any worse than that drive from 4 hours from Palm Springs to Las Vegas was just It was all I could think about is my van is being blown apart on this road. There's no cell signal at all. There's nobody around for 100 miles in any direction. I mean, if I go down, there's zero shoulder to pull off of. And if you go down out there, you got yourself a really, really, really big problem. And I don't carry a spare, remember, this vehicle has some goofy fix-a-flat kind of stupid thing. So, you live in Reno, cool. So I'm going to slap a couple new tires on the front coming up. I'm going to probably pop a couple nice Michelins on there, get something really good for some new steer tires. So, oh, you get 400 on Cash App. That's great. That's awesome. Yeah, the ride from Vegas to Reno takes you on 95. And 95 is a pretty nice road, even though it's two lane for not 80% of it. It's still a pretty nice road. It grades well. They're doing work. Sometimes you have to stop for up to a half hour, where they have a pilot car takes people through one way and then the other way. But that's a pretty decent road. I don't like being in Little Rascal, and here comes a fully loaded convoy of semis up the road, and they're just blowing this van all over the place. Plus the winds of the desert. I could only imagine. Just thinking, God be merciful if I have a head on, just let it be over. Let me just be a hood ornament on this Peterbilt truck, and that's it. Maybe he won't even notice if he hit me with that damn thing. But that road from Palm Springs to Vegas is a whole different animal. Because as much as you're out in maybe 100 miles is the maximum before you'd hit a decent sized town in 95, you're 100 miles on this Palm Springs to Vegas road, and it's just, you don't even have cell signal, and there's no shoulders, and the road has huge chunks out of it. And you have these terrible, it's like being on a racer dip. You're just up and down and up and down. Hey, let it go. How you doing? Very good, Quirky. I'm glad to hear that, honey. She got scoped out and is all clear. Her large intestine. Wonderful. Why wouldn't you simply get donuts? I couldn't fit it under a seat. I've got like no room here. I do have roadside service. The trick with me is make sure I have good tires. And I'm going to step up. The rear ones are good, but I'm going to step up to some really nice. I'm going to stretch it out and get myself some nice front tires here. So, I mean, that's going to be the important thing. Now, otherwise, the van gets good. Remember yesterday I was talking about that tire pressure monitor system? The damn thing disappeared today. I don't have the yellow flashing service tire pressure monitor system. It's gone. It's the worst thing that they ever put on vehicles was that tire pressures. It's just a scam. I've been slammed with allergies down here too. Ooh. Oh boy. It's gonna be hell at home. I'm a 2016. Hey Laura, right? How you doing? And I just turned about 82,000 miles. I've put about 62,000 miles on it since I've had it, and it's served me well. But it's not a It's not a vehicle that's designed for interstate travel. Okay, it's designed for city use. Ram Promaster City, right? The road to Vegas wore out the light. Yeah, it did. Oh man, yeah, it's pretty new. Highway miles are good, but there's a lot of big vehicles out there, and if you get whacked by one of them, This is just very light sheet metal. It's called the Dodge ProMaster City. It's only intended for city use, but I've driven the hell out of this thing on highways and other things, and it's not good. Yeah, I'm gonna drive the van out east. I'm gonna drive this thing I'm gonna drive this thing right down to the nuts. Okay, that's the way this is gonna go. On the upside, good night, monkey boy. On the upside, I get great gas mileage in this vehicle. Excellent, excellent, excellent gas mileage, and that's the real saving grace of the whole thing here. The gas mileage is outstanding on this vehicle. Plus, when you go by road travel, you're just out west. You're just taking in all these epic scenes of snow-capped mountains and going over these valleys, over these hills, and up 95, and you get these 20-mile views of the road ahead. I mean, it's really spectacular. Really, yeah. We say drive it right down to the nuts. The weather's perfect here. Let me do a temperature check here. 72 degrees right now, and it's going to be good sleeping weather. Yeah, right there. Drive it right down to the nuts. That's what we used to say when I used to hang around Pimlico Racetrack in Baltimore, the middle jewel of the Triple Crown of thoroughbred racing. And we used to talk about these horses and betting them, and these guys would bitch when they'd lost. And man, that horse shouldn't be in this race. They've already driven that thing right down to they rode that thing right down to the nuts. Oh, well, thank you, Liz. I think the road has agreed with me. Hey, Dave. Thank you. I'm going to continue to work on my tan and get out there. But I'm looking forward to doing the coast highway. It's going to have its own challenges, but I don't feel like I have to go at a high rate of speed. Here, I got to go at a high rate of speed. To go from Vegas to Goldfield, there ain't nothing there. You got to do the 240 miles. You just got to make it. Okay. And then from Tonopah to Reno, there's a couple small towns, but you just got to make it, man. You got to push and do it. No, there's those jalapeno. When Kaz says jalapeno ribs, he's actually just slicing up one jalapeno and just putting them on top of the brown sugar. You didn't really get a lot of heat on them, but they were very good. They were very good ribs. You had fun passing gas today? Awesome, Quirky. There you go. See what I missed? Just found you. Welcome to Reno. Hope you got checked in. I'm going to be boondocking tonight. It's a beautiful night for boondocking here. You look at, I'm not going to play that hotel game here of, like the El Dorado, $47 a night, but by the time they slap resort fees and taxes, you're well over $100. To hell with that. I got a bed right here. I don't need to pay for that. I just, one kind subscriber put me up into Mitzpah last night, which I was very appreciative of. It was her idea to see me in the sheets in the morning, like Old West, like some kind of cat house gal. Yeah, he's got some impressive equipment. He collects it slowly, and he also barters for it. He also is a very good person when it comes to trading for things. And anytime somebody's leaving sleigh, anybody want this or that, and the cause is always like, yeah, whatever it is, I'll take it. He collects a lot of good stuff. So I'm looking forward to spending some time down in Slab City with Kaz, a little more time going swimming in the canal and doing the range and having some fun down there too, and getting drunk out of my mind. So it'll be fun. Yeah, Judy, all things being equal, if I can score a hell of a deal like I did in Palm Springs, um, Yeah, and in uh, you know, wherever I go, if I can score a great deal, but I'm not going to get screwed. Would you build a rancho in Slab City? You know, problem with that, Juice, is that I kind of isolate myself a little bit, and I'm a very uh, my personality may clash with people in Slab City. You know what I mean? Meaning, damn cream. Meaning that I'll pop one of my allergy pills before I start sneezing again. I wish I could. Where the hell's my where'd that purse go? Hold on a minute, guys. Until I'm back in California, we pop one of these bad boys. All right. Juice had a great question. How's that light not go off? How weird that light. There it goes. Here's the problem, Juice. I'm a very outgoing, extremely sociable person. And I think to myself, if I go out to Slab City, all probably 80% of the people there like that isolation. They like that aspect of this. Probably why a lot of them went there, because it's just they don't have to answer to anybody, they don't have to talk to anybody, they can just be out there and do their own thing. So for me, I need to gravitate towards the very social core of Slab City. I don't like to be by myself. I don't like to, you know, the rancho is fine, but I don't like to be by myself when in a place like Slab City. I would rather sit around on a blown. I'd rather sit around on a blown out sofa with lousy springs and stuff than I don't know what the hell this. Oh wow, big dog. You understand what I'm saying? How you doing, Matt and Eric? Handsome. Hey, Robert Mack. How are you? Hey, Brian. Olive trees. Uh, let's see. So that's kind of the way. Did you meet? No, I didn't meet Dot at the Slabs. Um, you're not going to be, well, why didn't you talk longer to Cornelius? We talked a little bit, but remember, I just ambushed him. The library's closed. So even to be able to spend 5 minutes there was, you know, it was nice. I met Alaska at the Handlebar and, you know, a few other people there too. Get yourself in a certain mindset. Yeah, you got to get yourself into a mindset. And now to answer the upside of that, Juice, is you look at a place like Rabbit Side. Did I had that video today? This is how good it can be in Slab City. These people almost have the equivalent of the farm life with their Imagineering and whatever, Pretengineering. And they've got a fantastic setup there on that. Oh, okay. Thank you, Thomas. Good. We'll check out the Goldfield one. How you doing, Scottish? You beautiful thing. I would be itchy sitting on the couch with the dust. Well, if you don't like dust and dirt and I don't want to say garbage. I didn't see a lot of raw garbage around, but junk. Let's just say junk. Then you're not gonna like Slab City at all. You're not gonna find a nice piece of furniture. Everywhere you go, the handlebar or whatever, you're going to be sitting on hardwood benches, or you're going to be sitting on blown out furniture. That's just the way it goes. So that's the lifestyle down there. Uh, yeah, you like to have the neighbors, Jennifer. Exactly. I'm an extreme. I like to go over and bullshit with people and hang out and laugh and have a few drinks and You know, and you could really irritate people in Slab City by doing that. On the upside, everybody's very accepting initially of you, unless you do something like make a dick out of yourself or something like that. Can you please announce I had my skill? I'm pleased to announce that the official channel mascot, Quirky Girl, had her colonoscopy today, and from the inside out view, it looks pretty damn good. Thank you. Wow, where was the bar in Reno? You and the professor. That's over on 4th Street. That's over on 4th Street near the Mission, next to the Morris Burner. I'd love to go over there tonight, guys. I literally just do not have the energy in me tonight. I came here. I said I'm going to get myself a little bit of sushi tonight, which I did. And then for the first time in all the miles that I've put down that I can recall, I probably had an ice cream somewhere else, but I stopped at Baskin Robbins and had some ice cream tonight because I was just so. That's why I'm kind of choked up because of my dairy allergy. But you can tell it's already clearing now. You know, it was just dusty, fatigued. On 2-lane roads, you have to have a very high degree of concentration, very high degree, or you could find yourself a hood ornament on a Peterbilt. What's up, Bobby? How you doing? Coming back tomorrow? Yeah, that was on 4th Street. I can't remember what the name of the bar was over there. We're in the garden. Someone likely. Yeah, that's it. That's it, Jennifer. So, going to be a week or two. I got a lot of stuff I need to get done at home. Continuing to get rid of stuff, continuing to clean up, and I want to thank Bobby for covering me at the Rancho while I'm gone. I'm going to get stuff. I'm going to get all my mail shifted over to the PO box, and I'm going to get over there so Bobby can just come by once in a while, just take a look and make sure everything's okay, and I'll put some of his Budweiser in the refrigerator. I don't know if he drank any of the Tecate beer that I had there, but that's the only thing that I had. Yeah, help yourself with the gas. Just let it go. Let it go. Just let her rip, right? Just let her rip. But I don't know what it is out in these really hard scrabble western towns. The people are just, they're unlike anybody I've ever met in this country before. They're just cut of a different cloth. They're just, I suspect they're very hardworking, but they're not sociable people at all. Really not sociable in these towns. And they're very, I want to say the pace is very slow there too, very slow. I don't know. I just, I need to choose. I don't want to offend anybody in those towns. So, yeah, Bobby always needs fattening up. Yep. Yeah, let it go. There you go. There you go, Camp Goer. I love that song. All right. So more more video coming tomorrow. Back to the Rancho. I'll be doing videos about more changes that I need to, more things that I need to do to the van to continue comfort because we're moving into the heat. I might be back in Vegas within 3 weeks. I think Mr. Z's planning some type of little memorial service. I'm going to try my darndest to be a part of that down there. So that would just be strictly R&R type of trip. Pontificate, yeah, I know you do, Alan Gold, because you're the king of pontifications about nothing out there. I'm very tired, Princess. I have done over 900 video segments, and let me tell you, my videos take, as you guys can probably imagine, my videos take a lot of editing to put together, to select the right music, to get the timing, to get the editing. There's no slam dunks. You know, you want to put you want to put a little something together on the mitzvah that's a little mysterious, a little weird. That takes time to video it, to do a showpiece on the mitzvah, to do it right requires an hour of videography. You know, it takes time. Have you done much traveling in the Rust Belt? Oh man, I can't wait to get to the Rust Belt. That's like my mecca. That is my thing there. I love post-industrial blown out towns. That's my favorite. They are my favorite. I love that. These guys will tell you I love old machinery, decaying factories. That's some of the best chuchin that you can have is stuff like that. So, the boss is going to have his carpet in I think the 14th or 15th of May. So I'm going to have to go down there to do an overnighter and kind of put the finishing touches on that flooring job. Good night, Jen Jen. Good night. But this is the year I told you guys it's people first. Man, that light is bright as hell. Don't shoot. People first, and then YouTube. So. You know, old cast and stuff, just things that just fascinates me how cities Akron and Toledo and Ashtabula and on, and a good segment of Baltimore and a lot of these industrial towns, how they just to look at the remnants of the glory days, right? All that stuff lends itself to beautiful videography too. So I just wish Tonopah had some sense of the historic district and zoning and things like that. It would really serve them well, because Goldfield's pretty easy, but Tonopah visitors can't really get a handle on that. Can't get a handle on that town too easily. Yeah, the thumbs up are appreciated. If we could get to 100, that's great. Are you supposed to be at the Boston Janet? I was originally going to spend a day in Tonopah, all day today, and then come up to Reno tomorrow, and then the Boston Janet's on Thursday. But literally, I met my match in Tonopah. I cannot, I'll cobble something together, but I can't make something really cool out of that town. I stopped at the Clown Motel. You'll see a little bit of the Tonopah graveyard in Tonopah at night, but it's it's just, I look at some of the segments. Oh God, look at the orange cones on the sidewalk, or look at this A&W root beer sign right in front of this great shot. You just can't, I can't put crap out, right? I just can't. I refuse to just point a camera. That's that, and that's that, and that's that. So, if you get bored, look up footage of the abandoned Reed Hospital. It was torn down after years of decaying. Yeah, that's cool. Hey, we got Cinco de Mayo. Yeah, that's it. May the 4th be with you. Cinco de Mayo. So I'm going to sleep really well tonight. My priorities are to get 2 new tires for the front of the van. That's going to be critical. I want to get some really good front tires. I spend half my time worrying about if I'm going to blow out a tire up here on a 2-lane road. And then we'll start laying the plans in for the next trip. I have some restaurant reviews coming up. I'll tell you, I ran out of gas at the end. You can only do so many videos and so much capture, and then it just becomes becomes brutal. Give you a card reading. There you go. They tell me it's a very long lifeline there, so I don't know. Probably get squashed on a Peterbilt tomorrow, truck or something. So, uh, would I live in Nevada? Probably not. I really don't think. Uh, I like Vegas to go there and come back. I like Reno just to do some chooching and stuff like that. The western towns are great, but you couldn't live there. You'd go out of your mind. Maybe put a rack on your roof for a spare. Yeah, maybe I should do something like that. I don't know. I really don't know. Ideally, I'd like to have a camper van, but if anybody can wave a magic wand. Jim Jones met his wife. Oh, no, you really out them out there. Yeah, I really did. Yeah. Hey, Millsy, how you doing? Haven't seen you in a minute. What a beautiful night in Reno tonight. I heard the train coming through. So I think you'll enjoy tomorrow morning's video. I think some of you will enjoy that. And some of you will say, typical Rosie, just barge right in. I know, you're my new social media. You're my official channel social media manager, Alan, which means you're charged with the responsibility of doing everything that you can to foster as much damage to my already damaged social media presence. What's a building in the background that's glowing green? Oh, that's the that is the Silver Legacy Tower there. Yeah, that's the Silver Legacy Tower behind me. So I'll have some reflections tomorrow night. I hope to go live for a little bit. I'll probably do something tomorrow morning. Or I'll let that video just stand for a while. Probably do a little more editing tonight. It's so easy to stealth camp in this vehicle. Nobody even thinks that somebody would be dumb enough to live in something like that. And therein lies the element of stealth on this. There's just no issue at all. For the agitators in the chat, you gotta build your van in. I think it's as built out as I'm gonna make it. It's like a 3-season rig, but I think it's as built out as I'm going to make it. I'm pushing 82,000 miles on it. Yeah, thank you, Quirky Girl. Just so in case you didn't hear, Quirky Girl had her colonoscopy today. How you doing, Kim? Good to see you. So make sure if you've missed any of the videos, please check them out. Please check out the Goldfield video. I think you'll enjoy the ending. Has a hell of a nice graveyard out there in Goldfield. Makes the one in Tonopah look like hell. It is like a little slice of hell. So I'm going to be editing. I hope this lady didn't die in this. Does this look like somebody in this vehicle over here is like dead? Right? The hell is that? Man, that's real weird. Hey, Kim, good to see you. I don't know. I've seen a lot of freaky stuff this trip. My windshield now is more destroyed than ever. Imagine a piece of glass for what they want for that. Car of Doom. That's exactly it. The Car of Doom. So I'm going to put everything together in a playlist. The cinematic ones are going to go into the cinematic playlist. If you want to see some of the other cinematic adventures, I believe it started with D&I, was the first one to Guerneville, California, and then San Francisco, Sausalito, and we just keep building them and building them and building them on there. So my car key, yeah, your car keys were found. Good for you. The video does, you did an awesome job. I've never seen them let anyone interview. Thank you. I went in respectfully, Simply Wicked. I didn't come in with an attitude that I'm slumming. I felt like I fit right in with these people. I'm a very down-to-earth person. I didn't come in with any pretensions that you all are just pigs and I'm here to just video the pig farm. I genuinely enjoyed meeting the people down there and hanging out with them. And people can tell what your motives are and whether you're genuine or not, right? And that's a very, oh, excuse me. That is a very important aspect of the whole thing, is going in there with an open mind and an open heart. And then, I found Salvation Mountain was very inspirational. So I tried to put a little 4-minute inspirational video just to get people to think a little bit in life. So I think, I like putting those little pieces together because sometimes they just, they shake loose the cobwebs a little bit about what's important in life. And, hopefully on this blue dot hurtling through space at untold tens of thousands of miles an hour in an expanding universe means something at the end of it. So the best got the real other side. Oh, well, thank you. Please share it if you don't mind. Dave. All right, take care, McDave. She was nice. What can I say? I'm not there to focus on Cornelius Van Gogh. I've supported her before through her purchase of a computer. I've sent money on a couple of occasions. But I don't come in with a pin saying, hey, I support you. I come in saying, hey, I've enjoyed your streams and want to give a little donation to the to you or the library, whatever down here. You're not there to you're just there to meet people and be nice. And don't be a dick. That way you grease the skids. Next time you come back, then, Kaz has a cookout and then we'll be all up there and all that. So, Rabbit Side was cool. Yeah, I would go to a Buddhist temple. Did you see, Doris? Did you see my video in LA? It's called the first Buddhist temple in America. Please check that out. That's a nice cinematic piece too. Okay. Yeah, get some sun now. Oh, well, thank you, Wicked. Yeah, I like to interview and really get down to it. Yeah, of course. They knew I was there. So I visited that. Does your slab have a computer to be able to see your video? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, the Kaz has a pretty good setup there. He's got a great camera. He's got a Canon. A lot better than I got. I think he couldn't believe I do everything with a smartphone. The editing, the videography, the special effects and all that. I don't think he could believe that I do all that in phone. If I had to drag and sit down on a computer every day, I'd go out of my mind. So, you real monkey. Thank you. I love the Kaz stuff. I love to interview people and get to the heart of things and find out what makes people tick. The big question, why would anybody choose to live in Slab City? Well, we found out. Yeah, we love you too, Liz. We love you. So I think that's the important takeaway from that is people will be as genuine as you are. Now, remember, a lot of people from YouTube have rolled into Slab City and made mincemeat out of the reputation of Slab City. The last outlaw land, the lawless land of Slab City. There's laws out there. The bums, the tweakers, yeah, they're out there if you go search for them. But if you're mainstream, you're going to find pretty mainstream. You're going to find pretty mainstream people out there. That's for damn sure. So, yeah, I think it's going to be a nice night for boondocking tonight. Uh, so that brings things up to date. I'm going to do some videos at home about other things that I might do to the van. I'm very happy with the sleeping. That's the most important thing. The privacy, the sleeping, the gas mileage, they're all good things. So I was really impressed by the macrame. Yeah, that was Jessie. She does a heck of a job. Haunted Hobos, I think, is their website for that. Living all the summer in the slabs. I've not found one person though that likes it. You know, every one of them has said, like at Rabbit Side, Ryan, he's like, yeah, I want to get out of here. Jesse's like, yeah, I want to get out of here. Kaz is like, yeah, I want to get out. I don't want to be here in the summertime. It's not, the community is small. There's no, all the regulars from winter blow out there at the end of spring. And every day has got to be like a torture. Yeah, I'm going to Wicked. I'm absolutely. Every day's got to be torture. So I haven't found one person that likes the summer out there. It's too horrific. And I remember I'm talking to Alaska at the handlebar, and Alaska's like, yeah, I don't know why I got it in my head. Born and raised in Alaska, and I come down to Slab City, and that first summer, I literally just sat on that sofa over there and just perspired buckets every single day for months on end. You had dust and heat, and the water, the scarcity of water, everything has to be trucked in. Like Kaz has a 300-gallon tank, because there's still people that die out there every year that don't appreciate the aspects of the needing to stay hydrated. For every 2 bottles of water, 1 bottle of electrolytes. I know for me, and the day that I was at Slab City, the 8 hours there, I know I drank at least 8 bottled waters there, at least 8 in the time that I was there. These days, worst nightmare. Shut this stream down. The dehydration, yeah. So it can be dangerous. So it gets up to about 125 some days out there, and people just they hate it. There's no glory in it, but they're not paying taxes, and they're just living the life. They got a place to stay. They whatever money they get for whatever. There's some veterans out there. God love them, and people on disability, and their money can go a long way out there. And it's kind of fun to, I would take the challenge to cobble a home site together out there, to really challenge myself to see what I could do out in the middle of that environment. But then I think to myself, there's other sights to see in the world. There's other stuff to see, cool stuff to see. So, hey, how you doing, Darla? We are family. Yeah, Quirky got scoped out today. Oh, thank you, Ninth Element. Thank you. I'm always looking for a non-traditional angle on things. Whether it's the piece I'm going to do at the Mitzvah Hotel, to you'll notice a lot of my videos, I just don't point and shoot. I like to have a lot of camera movement and things that adds a lot of interest to the videos, and I'm getting better at the editing and adding some little tricks and things onto the editing to make it and more and better music. So the best thing you can do, if you enjoy something, just hit the share button on your social media and share it out to people and let them know. Hey Betty, how you doing? Thank you. You enjoyed those interviews also. I'm sure I'm going to see Kev at the end of this trip down the Pacific Coast Highway. I do have my passport now. So Mexico is still a possibility. I'm hoping to make that happen with Kev. He has a dream about Acapulco. For me, even Ensenada would be good. Something like that. We could just drive down and get a rental place for a week or something. Maybe get Tito down there and some other people. I think that would be a lot of fun to do that. Cecil, but I love the Cecil Hotel. I do like that. I know I'm the worst YouTuber. Where was the nearest store? In where, Teresa? Where was the nearest store? In Neeland. Good night, Simply Wicked. There's like a Walmart in Neeland, and there's quite a few services in Neeland, which is 5 miles from Slab City down a horrible road. Horrible road. How you doing, Robert Mack? Good to see you. You have Neeland, which is about 5 miles away. Now, remember, Slab City used to be a base, a military. Fort Dunlop was the name of it. So, it's well, 8 miles isn't bad. Um, there's not a damn. Let's say you live in Goldfield, okay, and 400 people still live in Goldfield. God, gotta give them credit for living in Goldfield, because there's not a damn thing around Goldfield. So when they want to go to the store and load up, they've got to go to Tonopah. And even in Tonopah, some 35, 40 miles away, there ain't that much up there either. So um, you're literally up Schitt's Creek, and all gasoline has to be trucked in hundreds of miles to those towns. So tough. Pool. That was an Olympic size pool there. Yeah, foot powder works. I kiss my vinegar. Man, quirky girl, hey Sparky, long time no see. How you doing? Glad. I'm really appreciating the health updates today, quirky girl. That's awesome. Now your raunchy toe problem has been cured with a nice application of vinegar there. That's awesome. That is awesome. I think my favorite part of Slab City was the bluff that Kaz is set up on. A lot of Slab City area is just flat. Okay, so you get no perspective. But Kaz's place is like, I want to say about 15 feet elevated, and it's on a bluff, and you can see the Salton Sea, and you can see all the camps below you. It's a really choice spot that he's on. It's really excellent. I think that was my favorite part of Slab City, was just seeing his compound and all that. Hey Ashley, how you doing? I'm doing okay. I'm a little fatigued tonight, but I'm doing okay. It's been a long journey. I think something on the order of 1,400 to 1,600 miles. Hard miles too. Most of them really, really hard miles on the road. But I'm doing okay. One more thumbs up away from 100 here. Who's going to put us over the top? So, but if you've not seen the videos, just go back and just hit them on chronological order. I'm going to put a new playlist together with just the Slab City content. Throw that on the front of the channel. Add the cinematic ones to the cinematic travels and adventures. I got a couple more restaurant reviews on the road. I'm going to probably put them up on the Murphy channel. Good God, you went to Slabs. You can easily on a barbecue out there. Yeah, exactly. I did. I got some. Thank you guys. I had a hankering for some sushi tonight to kind of get away from the West a little bit, right? To get away from that dust and the burgers and the meat mentality, and get to a little bit of sushi tonight, which was nice. And for a really rare thing, I went and got an ice cream cone at Baskin Robbins tonight. So that was kind of nice. So it made a nice treat. But I always say if you're going to boondock, you can afford to spend a little money on food, right? You can afford to live a little better on the road if you're not chunking after hotels and all that. Like tonight is just a perfect night for boondocking. Nobody going to bother anybody here or anything. So it's great to just put up the privacy flap and just chill out on there. Yeah, it was a nice little treat because I'm not much on ice cream. I'm not much of an ice cream. I'm not really much on. I'm gonna move in this other light here. This light is just killing me here. I feel like I'm back in jail with this searchlight on me out in the exercise yard. Hold on a minute. I feel like I'm back in lockup again. Let's see if we can get something a little. Let's see if I can get something a little better situated here. I don't want these nice sodium lights. Yeah. There we go. So I can't wait to hit the In-N-Out burgers a little better. Might be. Swing back a little bit. Crunch. Man, I almost got killed one time on this trip. Some dope almost T-boned me in Vegas. Came about 2 inches from the side of my van. I can't win with these lights tonight. God almighty. Let's cut that brightness down. Man, there's some really weird little shacks stuffed in around Reno. Let's try this. Might be a little better here. You're missing the ocean. I did want to end up spending some time down in Pacific Beach down there, a couple weeks, hanging out. I'm still refining my boondocking game to a fine tee. There we go. Man, you just picky. This might be a little better right here. All right, hold on a minute. I like things just right, It's the cinematographer in me. All right, that's good. It's got that nice side lighting there. That's good. Oh, the top deck. Let me tell you what, Bill Ellis. Forget about the top deck. That top deck is garbage now. Total and complete garbage. Top deck is done. Stick a fork in it. When the Missy Jen and I hit 2 times, we hit real good the first time. We couldn't believe for $4.99 how well we ate, and then it just collapsed now. It just totally collapsed. When you called yourself Old West. Yeah, this gal that was nice enough to put me up in the hotels. Rosie, you understand these are the old kind of beds. You probably never seen a bed like that with the big metal frames and the like the old oil lamp style lamps. Why don't you be like a cat house girl in the morning? So yeah, that was fun. That was fun to do that. So let's start. If I'm in the van and waking up in the morning, I'll do a morning van video, and it's kind of nice. I don't have to rush out of here tomorrow for once. I don't have to log a ton of miles on the road. That's going to be a good thing. I love the caravan. Bolinas. Yeah, maybe I'll. People keep telling me about Bolinas, and I've been to Point Reyes. I think Bolinas and Stimson Beach would be a good combo to do, and maybe we'll do that coming up. Just to keep in practice, to do an overnighter down there. Can't hang with the infamous gold. Yeah, those iron beds. I don't know. It's kind of funny. I really did feel like an old West cat house girl in that, wrapped in the sheet and all that. No, I'm in Reno now. I come by way of Goldfield and Tonopah. So I think except for going out 80 to Winnemucca and Eli and Elko, Pretty much done with Nevada. I don't think there's a hell of a lot more to do in the state of Nevada. Ooh, ooh, wah, wah, wah. What do I think of Reno? It ain't getting any better, but it has a chance to be a real technology hub. I think it has some distinct advantages over Vegas. It has more of a four-season climate here. Um, the basics of an entertainment industry. Proximity to the coast in Oakland and the port of Oakland for shipping and receiving goods and all that. There's a lot of things to recommend Reno, but it's just people in Nevada are different. They're not like other people. They're different than other people in the nation. I don't want to say they're kind of like the New Yorkers of the West, but they're not given to small talk and all that. Will you see Janet Reno? I don't think so. I'd like to see Nashville and the Carolina. Humidity is going to be a killer. That's why I'm going there in the fall, because it'll be delightful that time of year. And I want to show you guys the eastern shore of Maryland, the fine, genteel southern living down there. I blew right through it just like the wind. Dancing, what does that say? Dancing and diddling? Oh my God, Miss Padwina, that's too funny. Dancing and diddling. Oh my, better not say diddling in this community. Good Lord. There's one under every rock, I guess. I don't know. There's a train coming through. Ooh. Charlotte, that's a good idea. I think I'm going to do an overnighter to Bolinas and Stinson Beach. I think that'll be fun. I hope it's warm enough I can hit the beach at Stinson Beach there. I'm not going to really go out in the water, though, because of the great white sharks and stuff out there. But and I've never been to Bolinas. Everybody tells me Bolinas. Go to Bolinas. It's a little hard to get to, I think, which makes it very cool to people. So we're going to keep working on our California repertoire. When do you have to be at work? I've done a few things remotely here and there, pulling over and doing about an hour here and there. I would say Thursday or Friday, I got to be at work. Yeah, I would say that's pretty much it. There's some things that were supposed to be done at the end of April that didn't get done, and they have to be done by the 10th of May, or there'll be consequences from a regulatory point of view. So I got to take care of that. But I'm still determined to limit my hours so that I can travel a bit more. Ooh, wah, wah, wah. Ooh, wah, wah, wah. Every man. Oh, I'm gonna, Charla, you would be surprised how high on my bucket list the state of Ohio is. Just because it has so much history. It's so tied in as the birthday place to so many presidents, and it's the industrial areas. I can't wait to spend some time in Ohio. I love Wheeling. I want to get to Wheeling. Wheeling is so picturesque because some of it's on the hill and a lot of it's on the river, and it's really a thing of beauty. These guys on these segways. Good night, Quirky. Glad everything went well, honey. Love you. So I'm definitely Ohio is really high on my list. Really high, because you don't have to travel too far to hit another industrial town and dig into a lot of the roots and things. It is a beautiful state. It's a very underrated state. It's the birthplace of the boss, right? Ashtabula and Toledo. I got a friend, Sky Carl, in Toledo and Cleveland, and I can't say I'm as fascinated with Cleveland. I'm not into the rocket. I don't like to do traditional tourism things. I like to do very non-traditional type of content. And I want to push the envelope. I want to get people that know how to get you into old factories or old buildings and stuff like that. Tumbleweeds, yeah. Could you believe that? Could you believe that continuous wind in Goldfield? Yeah, wheeling is a lot of. I love wheeling. I just love the layout with that old. Uh, I don't know it's granite or sandstone bridge over. It just begs to be explored. And a lot of West Virginia is the same way. It's so picturesque. It's so blown out that it's amazing. Yeah, I wish he was too. Hello again, everyone. Howard Cosell. Speaking of sports, it was a thriller down to the wire in Manila. 15 rounds it took for Frazier to go down. It was a triumph of endurance as round after round the pugilistic contest went on. Yeah, I enjoyed Howard. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. There's a lot of rail history. I don't care too much about rail history, but just poking around and getting the real flavor of a town and not the Chamber of Commerce stuff. That's what I really, really, really enjoy, that type of thing. So, floats like a butterfly and stings like a bee. You could not see those fisticuffs flying in the arena. Yeah, thanks for giving me ammunition. My beautiful Howard Cosell thing. What the hell that is up there? Oh, brother. I don't even know where in the hell I am. I don't know if I can stay on this parking lot or not. Who knows? I don't know. Hey, Charles, how are you? Good to see you. There's Charles, another one of the fine people that I met on the road this trip. Can you imagine somebody so kind? Hey, I'm going to drive to see you, Rosie. I'm coming up to see you, and damn, there's Charles right there. Ooh, I think Alan's probably older than any of us are, don't you think? He seems to know about stuff older than we are, right? Ooh, wah, wah. Do, 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 boom, boom. Do, 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 do. Do. Do, 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 do. Wah, 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 wah. But I do love the West, though. I do love the vistas of the West. But the towns are so few and far between. I was always half tempted to, yeah, the news unit, Alan from the news unit. Yeah, where in the hell's David these days, the news unit? I'm always half tempted to pull off at one of these ranches on the way and just talk to one of these people about what's the story, man? What is the story? You are literally 50 miles from the nearest town. What is the story out here? How do you do it? How do you maintain your sanity all day long? All day long. But I don't know. One day maybe. I don't know. So. Yeah, it's Alan Gold. That's where I picked up that tick, was at the news unit. That's where Alan Gold. I was his Just like the Bergs, that was his gateway into the Boyd. Same damn thing. Ooh, 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 wah, wah, bum, 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 bum. Do do do. Yeah, honey, he's fetching shotguns. That's why I'm always careful creeping around Tonopah and these places. You don't know what's abandoned or what's not. Everything looks like it's falling down, and you might just come right across, put a flashlight in a window, and get a 12 gauge blow your head off, right? And there's not a jury in the land that would convict the shooter, right? Your heart is broken. Yes, yeah. Yeah, that's how Alan Gold got into the Boyd through the news unit. Because David had me on in my blue bikini one time, and Alan Gold was just smitten. That was the end of that. That was it. That was the end of that. Yeah, that was nice of the Bergs. You know, I try to get on good. Christopher and I still text and stuff like that. He can be pretty vicious on text sometimes, but he can be awful nice too. And at the end of the day, remove some of the haze of alcohol, and he's actually a pretty funny and a pretty nice guy. And I've always tried to look past the name calling, and just because I have a very thick skin when it can, and I know people need content and all that, but you know, there's some decency there. It's just alcohol and YouTube don't always mix. We've seen some of the disastrous results of that, of that over the years, for damn sure. So there's no there's no ill will on my part on that regard. It's just like people text me, what do you think about G? What do you think about G Mangos and his family? And I'm just like, dude, it's not my business. Okay? You know, I don't go poking and have opinions about stuff that's not my business. What I will say is that he's been a tremendous friend to me for 6 years, you know, going all the way back to the TR Prepper chats. And I'm pretty damn famous for minding my own business and staying out of other people's business. So that's my end. I wish him all the best. You don't think so, camp goer? Why don't you tell Dave, Camo Dave, crack a few on a cocktail hour? We might see a totally different Camo Dave might really let it rip on e-begging and everything else out there. And so much poking. She's retired. Yeah, I mean, you know, companionship is what I really like. Companionship. You know, like when Charlotte says, "Oh, it'd be great if we, you know, if we rode around Ohio and did some content and stuff like that," really appeals to me. You know, that kind of thing. And I mean, would I love to have a beautiful gal in my life? Of course I would. But you know, like the old, what did Ski, we used to call me the old war horse from Baltimore, right? I mean, I'm enjoying hitting the pasture lands a little bit now. Oh, you sent him a detox recipe. That's funny. But companionship, being able to sit around you know, a fire, or sit around at a table at a small bar and just have a few beers and just laugh and stuff like that. That's the kind of stuff that I love. You know, Charlotte and her sisters, to be able to sit down and really get to know them better, and because I know Charlotte has a very adventurous spirit to her. I can tell she's kind of the wild one. I think of the sisters, the ones like a like a hippie gal, and I couldn't really get a fix on the other one, but that's what I like. But if romance comes my way, that'll be a beautiful thing. I'm trying with my morning hoe video at the hotel and things. uh, just too bad I can't drop the sheet, you know. So but things always have a way of working out and everything. Yeah, it'll definitely come. I never look for it. I never look for it. Rumors are you're dating a YouTuber and keeping it under wraps. Maybe, maybe, maybe. I know I'm being bad again, Michelle. I would be just the kind of person to keep it under wraps, wouldn't I? I would just be the kind of person to keep it close to the vest, right? I mean, what did Blue Waffles call me? The official archivist of the Boyd. I've kept every secret of the Boyd that ever could be kept. Oh, Cheryl, I love you too, honey. It's good to see you. I haven't seen you much on the chats, though. I'm glad you still love me. Thank you. She's creeped you out. No one can keep up with me. Uh, some people do complain. Um, I don't know. I've always been a very high energy person, and I think that keeps the blood flowing. I think that's the important thing is to keep moving, keep grooving, keep shaking, and keep moving. I think that is really one of the big keys to the whole deal there. Keep moving. So, will Rosie Girl find love? Yeah, love will come my way for sure. In the meantime, I feel loved. I have so many wonderful friends and things. First of all, I can't think of anything I lied about Alan Gold. I don't know. That stuff, those words just flow so easily off your lips. It's amazing when you look around the Boyd and you would actually point at me and say that. It's stupefying. You know, it just leaves me gobsmacked. I got to keep an eye on this guy here. Hi, Vicky. How you doing, sweetie pie? Yeah, Charles loves me. Right, Charles? Charles and I shared a bench, right? I know, Jennifer. I know, sweetie. I'm definitely loved. I know if I got serious about a girl on YouTube, I know that it would happen. But is it fair right now to a relationship when somebody's so bound and determined to be on the road? Not everybody shares that dream. Missy Jen couldn't travel comfortably. She likes to have a quiet life of solitude and peacefulness. She doesn't like the road, the the noises and the constant wheels in motion and traveling hundreds and thousands of miles. And it's not her. It's not her ball of. It's not her cup of tea, right? So. Yeah, watch, I mean, not want, always and forever. There's Charles, so sweet. There's Scottish. You don't want you much. I mean, I've always known Alan Gold's always had a crush on me. He's like one of those bratty boys in fifth grade that pushes you around and bullies you because he really has a crush on you. Yeah, thank you, Charlotte. You're sweet. No, it is unless you have unless you have somebody who enjoys that. And let me tell you, it'd be nice to have somebody keep the home. I mean, it'd be perfect for me if I had a gal that enjoyed enjoyed the rancho life and could make a wonderful home there. I mean, that would be fantastic. It's not a requirement to be on the road. I think Missy Jen and we spent 2 nights in here side by side with George, and she was cooked. Stick a fork in her, she's done. It ain't gonna happen again, right? It's not fit for 2 people, but it's perfect for one person. And it's nice to get home. Let me tell you guys, it's gonna be fun to hang out with you, breakfast and some other things on the rancho, and get a little sunshine. Do some projects and stuff like that coming up and do some reflections on the trip. I love being home, but I love being on the road too. So is my sweetie out there? Someday My princess will come to tap Vegas Barbie. Let's be real. She's always, I met Vegas Barbie. She was very nice. She's a genuine person. She was very sweet, and she's very, what would you say? She's like Harry Truman-esque. She just gives him hell. She's a straight shooter. That's what I like Barbie. I haven't seen her much lately. Richard's heading back to Vegas. I don't know. He's not heading to Vegas right now. I just talked to him today and left these. Oh, okay, Christine. Well, you'll get there. So, it's not a super requirement. Yeah, it'd be beautiful to have a gal on the rancho, but if it happens, it happens. Like I said, my priorities travel. It's one reason I don't have a pet. I don't feel like a pet would necessarily. I don't think it would be fair to the pet as much as I do, and as much on the go, and as many miles as I cover, and over rough terrain, and a lot of times in shitholes and things like that. It's not conducive. The heat and other things of the West is not really conducive to having a pet. No, I didn't get a chance to, Sherry, because sadly Mr. Z's wife passed away, and that just kind of consumed my Sunday, right? And I just didn't have a chance to get to the outlet. I want to get a couple good pairs of Nikes. I'm sold on Nike. I love them. I'm on my blue pair now. I've pretty much chewed through my black pair, but 6 months of almost daily wear is a lot to get out of a shoe for me. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what the future holds. One of the great things about love is the anticipation of it, right? Like, you don't know when it's coming. You don't know if it's coming, but somewhere out there, right? You never know, and that's what gives you a little bit of tingle, which it's what makes me wrap myself in a sheet in an old Western hotel. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. So I think there's definitely some gals that are very lovely and on the boy. I don't want to name any names because I don't want anybody to be offended or anything like that. But there's some lovely. Yeah, Jody, what do you think of that? Yeah, the butterflies. His wife passed away, Supernova. Early Saturday morning. Yeah, and it's not fair to the pet, right? I mean, I care about when I'm finally off the road and I can't comfortably travel anymore. Then I want to make the rancho. I want to focus on rancho projects and rancho life. And, that's the time to have a pet and just a whole new angle on things. So, I had my pet. How you doing, James? Good to see you. It's another YouTuber I've met in person on several occasions. The handsome James, NorCal dude. Good to see you. Hope that you are well. So I think Charlotte had a good idea of Bolinas and Stinson Beach. I think I'd really like to go down and boondock there. I think that'd be a lot of fun. I think and that's only about an hour and 10 minutes away. You can always visit, Zoe. Yeah, I got Zoe over there. Yeah, I'll see Zoe tomorrow. Zoe shakes her tail about 2 times with me, and that's it. You stop at the. I've done it, Macadamian. Please put Donner in my search box, and you'll see videos that I've done. Somewhat cinematically in my early days up at Donner, recounting the tragic history at the Pioneer Monument and all that. If you can think about it, I've probably already done it on the channel, so it's pretty cool. So just put it into the search box, and you will come up with the Donner, I want to get my drone license. I want to sit down for my test and study that. Don't eat it, Mel's. Ick. No, I'm not going to. I already ate tonight. Okay, Sherry. Good night. Uh, yeah. Speaking of, your wish is my command, Alan Gold. I've been a busy little beaver, right? Stand by Donner to check out. Yeah, check it out. Check out the video. Just put Donner Party. I recount the whole journey. There's just a lot of stuff. I'm actually picking that up for somebody, but there's a lot of stuff to do with the Donner Party and the winter of 1846 and all that. So, sexy Rosie, the only thing, right? You liked me in that sheet in the morning, Alan. You would have given me a roll. That plump, luscious body. Come on. Yeah, thumbs up are appreciated, guys. And I want to thank Jody for some out of sight thumbnail grabs were outstanding on a lot of the trip. Did you get that ammo ready to open lid? No. I'm picking it up as a favor for somebody. So I don't have a 22. So I have one weapon, a 9mm Beretta 92 FS standard Marine Corps issue sidearm. Oh, you love that sheet, Charles? Did you like that? Yeah, no, please don't roll with Alan. That's right. I know. Poor big hole. Just the name of it itself tells you what a butthole he is. I feel like I'm popping the hinder. Me? I don't think I'm heavy. Yeah, you're sweet, Charlotte. I don't think I'm heavy. I've been going to Reno a lot to get away from Cali. It's a nice getaway. It's a nice place to come here. See, it can be hot here in the summer, but you can go into the parks and things. You got the Truckee River you can jump into. There's a lot of, in a lot of ways, the climate is much nicer up here. You got the skiing up in Tahoe and the beautiful resorts up in Tahoe and all that. So you really don't have that in Vegas too much. My God, Rock Island, yay, Rock Island 1911, yeah. Is that the job that's made in the Philippines? Yeah. I like the Rock Island combination. They had that 1 years ago. It was 38 22 mag combo rifle. I like that. Yeah, Tahoe is nice up there. And if you a camp goer, if you want to see a really nice cinematic feature, just put Tahoe, Lake Tahoe as cinematic. Just put Lake Tahoe and you can see a nice cinematic piece I put together on Lake Tahoe up there. So I've been doing this stuff for a lot of years. Yeah, it's expensive. Hey, Mustang Sally. All right, your dog's named Reno. Love to you too, Sally. Thank you. Yeah, put it in my search box and you'll see a nice cinematic Lake Tahoe. That's when I used to haul around a big Olympus OMD EM Mark V, EM5 Mark III, and lenses. Oh, God. You were there in 2000. Yeah, check it out. I'm going to be gathering all of my pieces. I don't know what happened to the signal there for a second. So I've been just working on this and working on videography for years. Because I knew I wanted to travel one day and I wanted to bring together the history, the visuals, and everything all together on these things. Oh, well, thank you, Sally. You're so sweet. Mustang Sally girl who's got it with the dog named Reno. I love that name. Love that name. There's a town in the Bay Area called Reno. That's where Lefty Gomez, the winningest World Series pitcher in history, Hall of Famer, was born. Lefty Gomez won 6, lost 1 World Series games. He's also the one, if you ever heard the expression, I'd rather be lucky than good, that came from Lefty Gomez. What country you most that you haven't been to before? Turkey. I would love to go to Istanbul. It's risky as a transgender, but a lot of my shit is risky. What I did that you'll see tomorrow morning was very risky. But it is what it is. High risk, high reward. The video you'll see tomorrow was risky. I could have ended up in the jug. Let's see, that's your avatar. Oh, that's so cute. Yeah, we know Wilford. That's why you keep coming around, Wilford Jones, because you'd like to hang around sick people, right? Susie's eyesight went away, but her nose is good as a blood. Oh, that's sweet. Yeah. Yeah, these people that say they don't like you, but they insist on coming around. What does that tell you? Say one thing and do another? No, I don't think Caitlin will become governor. I don't think the state's ready for that. No. Plus, I'm not convinced of Caitlyn Jenner's intellectual chops. I don't think that Caitlyn Jenner has the capacity to lead. I've seen nothing in the background, nothing in the makeup, and just coming out and saying equality for all just isn't cut it. We're running a huge surplus in this state right now. Okay, we have like a 15, soon to be a $35 billion state surplus. I mean, we got money coming at the wazoo in the state of California right now. Okay, people are pretty damn happy. All I can say is good luck, Caitlin. You'll never unseat Gavin Newsom. It ain't ever gonna happen. It ain't never gonna happen. No, I wouldn't be involved in it, Patricia. It's a no-win situation. I wouldn't have the temperament for politics. Plus, I think things are pretty good right now. I don't have any. I don't think Caitlyn Jenner represents the people, and I don't want her going in, just on the idea of single issue of equality of people, blah blah blah. No, I don't like single issue candidates. I don't like that. Visited Turkey and spent the day. Oh, isn't that cool? Well, Shemay, I'm jealous. Yeah, I'm tired. Arnold Schwarzenegger was a disaster as a governor. When he ran, it was a disaster. Most states should have. Well, they don't, Jennifer. They don't. I don't think Illinois has overflowing coffers. The reason California does is because of all the technology, capital gains, and the money spinners at Google and Apple and Facebook and on and on and on. There's just money flowing out of every orifice, right? Yeah, I don't want that. I don't want a reality show of her family. No, we don't. I don't know if we get a check or not. What do you think of California losing a Senate seat after this? You mean a House seat? You can never lose a Senate seat, but you can lose a House seat. It is what it is. I mean, I don't expect this state to flip Republican anytime soon in a lot of areas. So it is what it is, right? I gotta see if you make under. Yeah, I don't make under 30,000 a year. Not much over that, but I don't make under. I'm not getting no check. So. In fact, to never elect someone. Yeah, just forget about the entertainment industry. It's too tempting. Every time I watch Keeping Up with the Kardashians, Bruce Jenner just always looked out of it. He always didn't seem to have a great deal of intelligence. Hey Cheryl, how you doing? And that's just my opinion. That's just my opinion. No, I would not vote for at this point. No, I don't think Newsom has done. He's mucked up a few things with the pandemic, But he's done a lot of things right too. All right, we have a coffee shops that were hit hard. Yeah, I can understand that, Sean. You know what I mean? I'm not happy about the way that he handled some things with the pandemic, i.e., the businesses, the uneven application of enforcement, the uneven, just no thought put into some of these rules and regulations. But that's the only thing that I can really go negative on about that. No, Jenner was a decathlon. It means you have to be good in 10 track and field events. You probably do wear a wig right now. You probably are wearing a pink wig right now, Alan Gold, and doing your nails and stuffing your socks into your top and calling them breasts. That's probably what you're doing right now. So he wasn't living his real life. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, Alan Gold is probably got a Salvation Army bra on and stuffing it on up. Just to get the visual of it, Alan. Just to get that repulsive visual. Oh, Lord, they lift us up where we belong, where the eagles fly on the mountainside. Uh, gonna live his, yeah, exactly. Hey, Moonchild, how are you? Yeah, I'm very opinionated. Just because I'm trans doesn't mean that I follow the drum beat. Most of them would consider me an outlier in the community anyway, and I could care less. No, 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 Sean. I'm sorry to hear that, Sean. And let me tell you, Sean, I got a lot of empathy and I've got a lot of understanding for that, Sean. Don't think that I don't. This is something that I bitched to Cheryl about on here. Real time when this was coming down, I didn't like the way that small business, especially the restaurant and the bar business, was sacrificed when they had that ridiculous prohibition against outdoor dining. I could not believe it. Could not believe it. So I am with you 100%. But nobody's going to be perfect across the board, and I just I'm not down with the whole Caitlyn thing. It's just not hitting me the right way. Nothing personal, but it's just not hitting me the right way. Oh, man. So what's going on, Cheryl? We're going to be winding down, heading home tomorrow, and I'm going to have a lot of thoughts reflecting back and things. I need to get some new tires for the front of the van, some new steer tires. You got to feel comfortable. You got to have confidence in your vehicle, and right now I just don't have that confidence in the front tires. They theoretically they look okay, but it's not something where you should scrimp. Right? You should have great ones. I think that's critical. Well, that's what I'm saying. I understand it about Gavin. Cheryl will tell you, I had a lot of bitching and beefing about Gavin Newsom when it came to business stuff. But I'm just not a one aspect person when it comes to governorship. I think there's a lot of, there's fiscal responsibility and some other things too. Wait to reflect on Rosie reflecting. I bought 8 new tires for my Eldorado. What do you have, dualies on each wheel? 8 of them? 8 of those babies, 7 in a spare. Okay, Mustang Sally, good to see you, honey. Been missing you. Good to see you tonight. Give Reno a hug. You set goals so easily. Teach me how to do that, please. Never set a goal that you can't achieve. Okay? That's number one. And that may mean doing something very simple. Achieve it. Reach a little more, achieve it. Like what is your North Star, Patricia, for guiding you to the future? What is it that you're steering toward? I find that most people just live. They don't think they don't really have an idea of where they want to be. They live day to day. And over time their body seize up their ability to their world narrows down and becomes smaller and smaller and sometimes the size of just a computer screen or a TV. Okay? Set a goal because as they told me when I was in China and stuff is if you don't know where you're going, every road will take you there. And it's very true. If you don't know where you're going, every road will take you there. I set myself the goal to retire. Did I succeed? No. Pandemic happened. Did I adjust? Yeah, I adjusted to it. Okay. I set myself a goal to get a travel vehicle that I could afford. I can't afford a camper van. I can't afford an RV. I'm realistic about stuff. Okay. I got what I could. So I achieved that goal. Then number three, I set about wanting to become an amateur cinematographer and combine that with travel. I've achieved that to some degree with very simple gear, just a smartphone. I'm happy about that. Okay. So, and then the fourth thing is to travel as much as possible and do non traditional. Now, do you have goals set? Yeah, thank you, Laura. Yeah, I'm saying you need a guiding light. You need a North Star to pull you along. And it's not even consciously that you wake up every day and pull it out of your pocket and read it. It's your subconscious that steers your life. It does 100 little things in a month that may subconsciously, without your even knowing, move you further towards the track that you want to achieve. Okay. I think about going to Istanbul. I think about the negatives in an Islamic world of being transgender. Yes, it's a high risk situation, but I have to weigh it off. So I'm always thinking about it. That's what I need. You know what you want? Yeah, exactly. You know what you want and you proceed towards that. You might have to modify a little bit. Like I wanted to go to Tonopah so bad is when I was driving with Dee from Reno to Vegas and we just blew through Tonopah and I said, wow, this town looks really kick-ass cool. I'm going to come back one day and I'm going to capture this on film. Well, it just, it turned out to be not such a great idea. Not every goal has to be a good one. You can have misses too. That's what I'm saying. You have to just readjust along the way. So, I mean, that's my philosophy anyway. Just keep moving. I'm gonna start with Caitlyn Jenner. Yeah, UPC is pretty cool. I can't make plans. Sorry, UPC. I'm not allowed to touch that side of the screen. I can't make plans for saying. Well, that's what I'm saying. You're being a caretaker, and there's something to be said. What happened in Tonopah was nothing. I mean, I'll put something together. You guys will say that was cool. It's nice, but it's some when you do it enough, if the pieces click together, when you're putting it together, if this is working or if this is not working, or this is going to be like shoehorning, like getting a shoehorn to squeeze it into that shoe. This was a squeeze it in the shoe because the layout of the town geographically, I would have to spend days down there to figure out what's my angle. How do I work around all this, infrastructure that's decaying and the lack of zoning that makes the historic district just look like a hodgepodge mess. I don't want to be panning up to something and then have an A&W root beer sign in front of a historic 1907 hotel. It's just difficult. Now, Cheryl would say, well, Rosie, that's the challenge of a cinematographer. You've got to make it work. You got to figure out how to do it. And she would be exactly correct, right? But do you want to spend the time there in a town that you don't feel is really a friendly town, that has like a really low frequency negative buzz to it or something like that? Not really my cup of tea, right? So to me, I had to kind of settle for a nice video on. I'm going to do a nice video on the Mitzpah Hotel. You guys will really enjoy it. You'll think it's lavish, it's cool looking, but it, you know, that'll probably be the only thing besides some other thing that I cobbled together. But right, every town has a story, but not every town has a storyteller, and therein lies the problem. Yeah, every town has a story, but not every town has a storyteller. And that's what I found exceedingly difficult in that town is, uh, you know, I'll probably force myself one day to produce something and really dig my heels in and do something, right? Um, But see, when I put Goldfield up, I know that people will watch the Goldfield video and they'll be attracted to go see it themselves. You know, they'll want to see the old schoolhouse with the altitude carved into the cornerstone. They'll want to see, you know, the great graveyard out there, the Sacred Heart Cemetery and the Pioneer Cemetery. They'll want to see, uh, you know, the Goldfield Hotel. They'll want to walk around those streets and see the old ruins, right? That's what you're trying to do, is stimulate people to travel and be adventurers themselves and check it out, right? So that's the thing I find the most is you know, having people that can tell you a story. Do 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 do. Yeah, you can just find your angle, right? I'm just not a kind of point and shoot and whirl the video camera. I like to have very set ideas about how I'm going to video something. So, I don't know, Patricia. I'm not an instructor, but you asked me my opinion, and I just give you my straightforward philosophy on it. I'm going to sleep in front of the mayor's office, the mayor's home here, as I usually do in Reno. It's the most quiet spot in the city. I like setting up camp in front of the mayor's house. It's really nice. Out here, it's a nice flat, peaceful place. I like it. In other words, set yourself a goal. What would you like to, where would you like to be? What would you have liked to, and get a piece of paper and just write it down. Well, you know, in 2021, I would like to be back in Hong Kong, right? Because I'd like to show people on YouTube life in Hong Kong, and maybe travel up to China and things. You know, there's just a lot of things. Old Milton Cemetery here, yeah. Yeah, I like to do cemetery videos. Should wait around day after, when it gets a little darker, but it's difficult because then you're going down these 2-lane roads in the dark, and it ain't fun. You know, it's 18-wheelers bombing at 80 miles an hour. Yeah. The van's like rocking down and all that. So if you can shoot in broad daylight, the worst hours for cinematography, you can shoot anytime. The harshest light conditions and all that. So anyway, guys, I think I'm gonna pack it in. I think we've been on almost 2 hours tonight. So I'm gonna get myself a really good sleep tonight. I want to be bright-eyed and bushy-tailed for the boss and Janet tomorrow. Have you ever seen the channel go, yeah, with the EVP? Somebody's getting one of them. They told me, Rosie, I'm getting an EVP. I can't remember who in the hell it was. I don't know, but that would be fun. Yeah. Any of you in towns and places like that with haunted places that can hook me up with people that have a key, you know, can give me access, that would be good. Sometimes you don't have a key and I still get access myself to it. So Jody, thank you for everything. Johnny, thank you for being around. Shimei and everybody else. Charlotte, good to have met you. Got to go out to Milton during the day. Check it out. I never even heard of Milton. Yeah, thank you, Johnny. I appreciate that. Thank you, Macadamian. Good to see you, Angus Kisses, and everybody else. So I will see you put together something in the morning. I think we'll have a morning coffee. Uh, do a little something from the van tomorrow morning, just a final wrap on the trip and stuff. So good night, everybody. Yeah, thank you, Dreamcatcher. I think I'm going to sleep. Good night, James. I think I'm going to sleep like a baby tonight. So thank you, guys. If you haven't hit the thumbs up button on the way out, please do so. Please go back if you've missed any of the videos on this trip. You know, Encinitas. I put together a nice cinematic feature down there, and then Palm Springs. People seem to have enjoyed that feature down there too. 3 minutes and, you know, I don't know, 3 minutes in Palm Springs or something like that. Go back and check out the videos. I think that you will enjoy it. Lock your van doors. Yeah, I usually get off to a good neighborhood here, and I don't put it on Virginia Street. It'd be a little bit crazy. Thank you to Cheryl, my wonderful moderators, Jen, Missy, aka Mouse Toes, Cyanide, Cupcake, who is Scottish Saren et al. Thank you guys for all of your effort. Jody, the official thumbnailographer. Some amazing stuff on the trip. Some of that just astounding. And also to Quirky Girl, I'm glad everything turned out with your colonoscopy. Ninth Element, good to see you. Good night, everybody.